Hi guys, how are
Hi.
you? Ronnie,
Thanks
you
for
want to
speaking to us.
it's like you were ready to
Thanks
shout
for
it.
speaking to us. I forgot the microphone's here. So
Of course, thank you guys so much. I love this show, but one of the things I love the most is that it almost feels like everyone is in their own detective like genre almost. Like they each have their own vibe of what they think a detective show is. So I want
Mhm.
to know for you guys, when you started reading the scripts and like getting into it, did you have a specific detective show in mind that you were like, yeah, this is exactly who like this character thinks they are?
Yeah, I did. That was definitely like it's the most fun part about the show because it's thought through even off camera. Like each character has different lighting. Different characters have different worlds between black and white and Golden Palace have different camera like movements. And so it was a very kind of structure. We had like a Bible that told us all of the different things of for each character. So and for Lana, for me, it shifted so much. So I did lose my mind a lot. Um, because I was like, who am I? What am I? I have to. It was so kind of meta because we were doing a show about a character who's mixed and losing her mind about it. And I was actively shooting and losing my mind. So it was all really chill. And I just hope people like it.
yeah, she went a little method.
Oh,
Yeah, wow.
I
yeah.
I love that. But Ronnie, I do have to ask, you went from a movie where you had the best death. I was like, thank God this man is dead, to now this show where I'm like, protect him. He would
Oh,
get hurt. And it is such
thank
a
you, I
like a
think.
shift. Yeah, I was like, protect him. I love him so
Oh, where
much.
did you have the first time?
No, I think you talk about I died in a few
Meg-
movies, but I think Megan, I died pretty
Megan.
Oh,
spectacularly.
yeah, you
Yeah.
did. Yeah.
He
Actually
died
died.
with the paper cutter. It was
Yeah.
great.
Salma
Uh
Hayek shoots me to death in this movie on Amazon Bliss. So if you want to
mm,
do a death
How many
montage,
times
you
have you
could.
died?
I've died a few times. One time I died of cancer in an indie movie. Yeah.
That's a that's a
Yeah.
weird one to
I
end
know.
on.
I know.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
not that one. That one's sad.
oh yeah,
But
sorry. Interior Chinatown. Yeah.
you are playing a character who is, kind of the cool best friend sidekick of Willis. Is that more fun for you than like getting to play more like villainous people, or do you like go back and
I
forth?
will say I don't know if he's the cool best friend. Maybe he's kind of not supposed to be that cool. But uh, is it more fun? Yeah. What I appreciated was to do something out of my comfort zone. I mean, to me, this is kind of outside my comfort zone, kind of playing like a loser, uh,
So outside of his
drug,
comfort zone to play
yeah,
loser.
like a dope smoking loser who is unambitious and doesn't care about versus all the other characters I play.
Yeah.
So for me, I welcomed the role. I was like, damn, I'm so glad I don't have to wear a suit and be an asshole in
You're
this.
so inherently cool, though. You are the cool. I'm not actually. I'm kidding.
Yeah,
I was giving you shit earlier, but you actually like
yeah.
Fatty
I don't
is
know.
someone.
I don't know.
Even in the scenes that we did together, like Lana does want his approval
Yeah.
still in this
Okay.
way.
Well,
So
I'll
you are
make sure
Fun
I'll
cool.
get one you
hang.
have.
He seems like a fun hang. Like you'd be like, yeah,
Yeah.
well, fun time.
Yeah, I think the funness of Fatty is his authenticity. Is
Yeah.
probably
Yeah.
he's a guy who wears his emotions on his sleeve. So I think people respond to that because that's what's cool, right? Being yourself. Being yourself is cool. So, I think there's something to that.
Yeah, and for last quick thing, I do just want to ask because the minute the end credits rolled on the first episode, and I realized that this is what Taika directed, I was like, yes, of course he did, because I loved every single moment of this, and it felt very Taika.
Mm.
When you guys are on a set like that, like you said, there's so many moving parts, and it is like has that Taika feel to it. How does it kind of bleed into your work when you are working with someone like Taika Waititi that does have that signature vibe to him?
Great question.
Mm. Well, I think like Taika is such an incredible director in that he has an established brilliance that we're all really aware of, but he also just actually doesn't take himself. He's serious about the work, but he doesn't take himself too seriously. And he's extremely playful on set. And this is a really fucking heady show. So I think where he really thrived on set was he just brought everything out here and made it more fun because it's so easy. We're all like, oh, we want to have this. We have the weight of Asian Americans on our shoulder. Like we could get really like heavy sometimes. And he was just like, what if you just did that?
Yeah.
He's like, what if he? So it was very fun, and he's really good at like with the fight sequence.
Yeah.
I think had his like the bit with the phone. You fucking killed it, and that was very much his timing and
yes. You could definitely feel his influence as an actor on set in a good way in terms of him putting in his sensibilities and his suggestions, and you know he's
also
like
he stands right by the camera.
Yeah, he watches.
Do that.
Yeah. And he's a five-tool director. You know, I'm messing up this baseball analogy, but you know he can direct, he can improv, he can write, he can DP, and he can act. So you're dealing with someone who can has all these skill sets. So when he's on set, that creative energy kind of bleeds into everything. I think, you know, it's very freeing.
And just trusting him is super relaxing. Honestly, you go, whatever, we're on for the ride. We're along, so we're doing it. Yeah.
Well, I love the show so much. I can't wait for everyone else to get to see it. And thank you guys for talking with me today. I really appreciate it.